Yeah, hey, brothers and sisters. And why do I say brothers and sisters? Because that's just the way I think of you. You're my brother and my sister. So I would like to tell you a story about Darren. Darren is a great friend of mine. We still call each other. We still stay in contact. So, back when I was a police officer, I guess Darren lived right next to me. He was my next door neighbor. And I never noticed Darren, maybe because he was not a troublemaker. Maybe because I was never got called to his house. So that's how I didn't know that Darren lived to me. I also had a garage. I lived in a house that was a 4-bedroom house, and it had a garage, and I made that garage into a small gym. So I had my punching bag, I had my double-in bag, I had my speed bag, and there's some few weights in there that I do my workout with. And every time I do my workout, I would open the garage door because, as you know, when you work out, you sweat, you get warm, you get hot, and so just to stay cool. And I was a solar trainer because I did ask people to work out with me, but they did, and then they slowly fade away, or they weren't really interested in what I was doing. So I was doing a lot of striking. I did a lot of shadow boxing with taking people down and body control, and so that's what I did, and that's how I trained myself. And a lot of times the way I used to train is the people that I arrest, they were my training partners, and little did they know they were my training partners, because I would use the principle that I had learned, or the concept that I had learned on them, and I noticed that they worked and they were effective. So, and that's what I did. And I guess Darren saw me working out in my little gym. Either he was walking by or driving by, or he's coming back somewhere with his family. And so like I said, I never knew of Darren. So one day I was working swing shift, and I saw this vehicle in the middle of a flea market parking area. It's kind of late in the night, and kind of sitting in the dark. So I said, let me check on this person. Let me check on this vehicle. So I did, and of course I lit up the vehicle, and I noticed him in there by himself, and I walked up to him and asked him for his license, and I checked on him, and he came out clean. He was good. And I asked him, said, after everything, I did my preliminary stuff as a police officer, and I turned off all my lights, and me and him start talking. I said, what are you doing here, brother? And he said, I'm working. I said, working? I said, what are you working? And he goes, I'm a security. I said, oh, okay, you're a security officer. He goes, yeah. I said, well, that's good. That's wonderful. Yeah, at least you're working. At least you have a job, right? He goes, hell yeah. So then we did a small talk, and I went on my way, and throughout the whole week I noticed Darren was parked in the same area. Sometimes he'll park in a different location, but I recognize his vehicle, and then I'll pull up next to him, and we did small talks and talk about life. And he was more curious about what it's like to be a police officer, and the things that you deal with, and the things that you encounter, and how you take care of it. And we out of that we developed a friendship. We developed a rapport. And then one day we were talking again, and he said, Leroy, he goes, are you a martial artist? And I laughed, and I don't know if I am a martial artist, but I said, I do my best, brother. He goes, I do know some stuff, yes. He goes, yeah. He goes, I said, why do you ask? And he goes, because I seen you working out. I said, also you were stalking me. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to take you in and charge you federally. Yeah. Hey, we laughed and we joked around, and then he said, I want to. Is it okay if I get a workout session with you? I said, of course. I said, we'll try it for 30 minutes, see how you like it. If you like it, maybe if I like you a lot, then maybe I'll give you a break and teach you. And he goes, yeah, sure. So we set up the time and date, and he came over, and we had a 30 minutes workout section, and he liked it, and I liked working out with him, and I said, well, this might be the ideal training partner I'm looking for. And so from there, it started our training, and we did a lot of striking, a lot of body movement. We also did a lot of takedowns, leveraging the body, and we also did a lot of throws. And so we both enjoyed it and loved it, and I noticed that from the beginning he was not all that great and all that good, but with my patience and my encouragement to him, so he gradually got better and then better and better, and he became very, very good. He could execute those moves without thinking. He just did it. He just took his body, and his movement just took over. And I said, yeah, you're doing good. You're doing really well there, brother. And so that's how me and Darren became good friends. And me and Darren are still keep in touch to this day. And I love talking to that man. And we have a great time talking with one another. We talk about the training days that we used to do and how we missed those days. But anyways, one day Darren asked me, he goes, Leroy, I have a question for you. I said, what's the question, brother? And he said, does this stuff really work? And it kind of shocked me and startled me, like you question my training, you're questioning my experience, you're questioning my skill. And that's what I thought inside my mind. But I thought to myself, okay, I said, Darren, it's up to you. It's up to you if you're going to make it work or not. I said, it's all up here, Darren. I said, I taught you the physical stuff. Now you need to work on the mental stuff up here. I said, the things that we did is not all about physical stuff. It's about mental too. You need to put your mental mind in there. Yes, it works, Darren. I have used it more than one time, and it has worked really good for me. Well, lo and behold, one day I was off work, and he came over and he was all excited. He goes, hey, brother, you got some great news for you, man. I can't just wait sharing with you. So I said, oh, what is it? And he goes, you know what? He said, it worked. I said, what worked? And he goes, the thing that you taught me. And he said, I dealt with the guy at the flea market. He was slightly intoxicated, was taller and bigger than me, and he was harassing people. So I was told to remove him from the property, and that's what I did. I told him to move away from the property, go somewhere else. But he became argumentative. He got into his fighting stance, and he lunged at me. He goes, I don't know where the training that you given me, the training that we did, he goes, it just went like that. And the next thing I knew, he was on the ground. And then while he was on the ground, he did other stuff. And like he told me, everything fell into places. I was very successful. I was surprised that I handcuffed him, and I stood him up, and I escorted him off the property. He goes, before I took the training from you, I never ever did that. I used to always doubt myself. Can I do that? Now I don't doubt myself. Now I am confident that I can do this and do that, and I'm grateful for the training. So, like I said, Darren is a great friend of mine, and people like Darren don't come very often in your life. And when you have people like Darren, when they become your great friend, they're no longer a friend, they become your brother. And so I call Darren, I tell Darren, you're my brother, not my friend. And Darren's a great person, and we still are in contact, like I said, and we still laugh and joke around. So I don't know, you could use this story in a variety of ways. And the variety of ways is this. You know, if you have a gift, it could be anything. Whatever gift you have, you might be good at drawing, you might be good at making some dishes, whatever gift and talent that you have that you've been blessed with, please share. Don't just keep all that stuff to yourself, because when you start sharing, and people that you share with, people that you train with, when they get it, you see it on their face, and they just light up like a Christmas tree. And that's what as a person, you as a person sharing what you know, your skills, your education, your experience, it's just, there's money can't buy that. So whatever you know, enrich somebody's life. Bless that person's life, because he or she needs you. Thank you. Again, please subscribe and make comments. I love to hear from you.